Hello and welcome back everyone to Quake 2 on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries, and in this episode we'll be starting up Unit 2, in which we have successfully obtained the Super Shotgun from Unit 1. The Super Shotgun specifically is significantly better than the Super Shotgun that we had in Doom 2. Specifically because, although I'm not showing it off right here specifically due to my horrible positioning, it has the ability to one-shot a majority of the medium and lighter infantry units.
Christ. I can see why. There's a lot of bullets in that one shot.
Yes, it eats up 2 shells, but as a consequence, it does. It's got a decent spread on it. It doesn't have any penetration, but it doesn't really need any penetration. You know.
Foolish children of robots. Your last stand is no match for my body part making shotgun.
Yeah. To be honest, the majority of the time I will be spending switching back and forth between the Super Shotgun and the Machine Gun. Specifically because the Machine Gun is really good for single targets, whereas the Super Shotgun is just the most optimal option for the lighter and medium infantry units.
Light and medium. Light. 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 Ooh, new enemy type. Heavy.
Kinda. We've already seen this enemy type in this level already, but
does his explosion of death cause damage?
I don't believe so, but you don't want to be in melee range for pretty much any enemy in the game, to be perfectly honest.
Stay back. Little hiding fists in the darkness.
Press this button, which opens up the thing across the way, and then this button, which opens up this panel, which down here is just a little bit of health and ammo. And boink. But seriously, the Super Shotgun is ridiculously effective in Quake 2. Much more so than it was in Doom 2.
Man, I'm trying to think of who this freaking rocking music track reminds me of. I was going to say like a combination of Rage Against the Machine and Black Label Society.
It's supposed to be more in common with Mick Gordon stuff, but it's not as heavy as the stuff from Mick Gordon. So.
Gotcha. Pop, pop.
Honestly, the Super Shotgun blast and reload sound effects that it has are just super goddamn satisfying. I hear a lot of people are super satisfied by the ones from Doom 2, but Doom 2's reload takes so much longer that it feels not as well as Quake 2 Super Shotgun. And I say this as someone who has just recently played through all of Doom 1 and 2. Not for the channel, though. I might consider doing Doom 2 for the channel. I don't know.
Well, the thing about super weapons is that a lot of what you gain from it is particular to the game in which you find it. Like it's hard to compare super weapons among different games because the problems that they solve are different and particular in their own ways.
Not in this case, to be perfectly honest. The Super Shotgun in Doom 2 is supposed to do exactly what the Super Shotgun in Quake 2 does. Solves medium and light enemy problems with ease. Thing is, due to the way that Doom 2 works, the Super Shotgun in Doom 2 doesn't actually have as good or as consistent a spread as the Quake 2 Super Shotgun.
For those of you who might be wondering where the hell the music went, I think that while Gerdat was playing with the music off, that he forgot to edit back in over the music track that we're playing right now.
No, I specifically chose not to edit the music in specifically so that we don't end up hearing all the tracks too much, because a lot of the tracks are actually really short, like 2 minutes or less.
It's not a bad loop. I mean,
it's not a bad loop. I mean, it's not a bad loop at all. But these levels tend to go. The segments in between units specifically tend to go on three or more minutes apiece.
Okay, so how many minutes until the next level?
Let's see. Minute and a half? Yeah, minute and a half.
Okay.
Or wait, no. Minute and 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't. It's not even really that out of place that the music is gone. This is like that fucking opening section got you ramped up to kick some ass, and now there's a lull to kind of give you the ominous sense you're falling into a trap.
But we don't actually get fall into any major traps until much later on. So here we are
later on.
Into the next part of the unit.
Yay. Destroy strong logistical process.
And so what's new in the world of Cloud as we go through this section of the unit where we are attempting to find power cubes.
A lot of Resident Evil Reboot, or RE7, as I think more people would be wont to calling it. I'm currently stuck on the bedroom minigame because I can't fucking figure out how to get the nail out of the board that probably has the thing that allows me to spray the spiders off of the cork unscrew. Like, I am just one hidden X prompt away from solving the whole goddamn thing, but I can't find it. I've scoured both rooms, the bed, the 2 dead mice that I found. Nope, I am stuck. But you know what? I kind of like that I'm stuck. So even while I'm not playing the game, I can go back over my options because they've become so limited. I can just, you know, kind of rearrange them and see what I can do.
Interestingly, you refer to RE7 as a reboot because I'm pretty sure with the reveal of the RE Village trailer, it's most certainly no longer a reboot.
Well, it's not a narrative reboot. It's a game style reboot. And I think one of my buddies once upon a time told me that every like 3 games or so that they change up the style completely. The first 3 RE games were fixed camera. The subsequent 3 RE games were over the shoulder camera. And now for ostensibly Village and whatever whatever clever pun they're gonna use with the Roman numerals IX for the subsequent game is also probably gonna be first-person shooter. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you don't play as Ethan Winters in the next one. We'll see. I am just so goddamn anxious for this one.
It's gonna be called Resident Evil Toxic.
Whoa! No. The I comes before the X though.
And it does it in Toxic too.
No, the O comes before the X in Toxic.
TOXI. Oh, right, it's C.
So that would be the Roman numeral 11, which they can do it. They can do it. They're gonna have an X, an X1, and an X2. They're getting Final Fantasy, motherfuckers.
Ouch. You'll notice that I spent a good portion of this level going relatively quick, but as a consequence having really low health. And that's because I happen to know that there's a super health spawn here.
Super health. This looks like a job for...
Come on, there.
Found a secret.
The super health automatically heals you 100 points, and then depending on what your max health is, it will slowly count down to what your normal max health is. You can get additional max health by collecting adrenaline, and we've shown off a couple of the adrenaline spawns. I think we end this playthrough with a max health possible of 117, meaning I think we missed like 3 adrenaline somewhere.
So how come our health is like steadily decreasing right now?
That is due to the effect of the super health pickup that we got. It slowly decreases back down to what your normal maximum health is.
Oh, nice. But
I should have waited for it to go all the way back down to 102 and then picked up the additional health files, because then we would have 110 health right now. There we go. We've collected all the power cubes.
Nice brightly lit area. How are we doing, guys?
Up the ladder and boink.
Primary unit.
And thankfully,
objective
even on
complete.
on normal and easy mode, you are just throwing so much fucking ammo that a majority of the ammo pickups you don't actually need to go for. But I still like having maxed out ammo for my super shotgun and machine gun, so I end up going after more of the shells than what I need.
Well, it's also because this is not your first time playing the game, of course, that you know where the secrets are, and secrets have lots of goodies in them too. Keeps you lots of ammo and health.
Yeah, but secrets are usually health and armor. They're health and armor or weapons early. They are very rarely ammo caches.
Rarely ammo caches. Gotcha. I mean, I say one would be pretty effective.
Are we actually going to go through all of Unit 2 this part? I don't think we're going through all of Unit 2, just most of it.
Like, how can you not? It's so fast, and I love how fast it is.
It is very fast, but going through all of Unit 2 means, well, we might be able to do it. That's the combat armor, which is effectively the level 2 large cache of armor that we can have.
Yay.
There are technically 3 of those. It's jacket armor, combat armor, and body armor. Jacket armor is worth 25 armor, combat armor is worth 50, and body armor is worth 100.
Proceed with discretion.
So yeah, it looks like we are going to go all the way through Unit 2. Because all we got to do for the rest of Unit 2 is go through the final section where we actually apply the power cubes.
Yeah.
This is a slow elevator.
Yeah, you jump on that platform, man. You're doing it for your fellow soldiers. Loading.
All right, here we go. The final segment of Unit 2. It is dark, and then once we actually apply our first power cube, we turn on the lights. Woohoo!
Hit the lights. Hit the lights. Hit the lights.
This particular level is actually one that I remember playing a little bit in Team Deathmatch, because yes, you can play the campaign levels as deathmatch levels in multiplayer if you want. There are several specific campaign levels that are actually great for Team Deathmatch, specifically the final level and the boss levels that we will be encountering later on. But a good portion of the levels are just a tad too big for a 1v1 deathmatch.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be quite unfortunate, especially that whole thing about enemies usually should not spawn right next to each other type of thing.
And bonk. That's one of the big reasons why I like using the super shotgun, because unlike the normal shotgun, it actually one-shots the chain gun infantry.
It's quite useful. The shotgun.
It is very quite.
The shotguns have a tendency to destroy heads.
We're also having to fight in this area a bunch of these strong hound units, and the hound units are like one of the scariest and most annoying enemies in the game. And it's kind of the same principle behind Oddjob being an annoying enemy, because they're really low to the ground. They have relatively high damage output. And they're also relatively agile, too, at least in comparison to a majority of the other enemies that we fight.
Yeah. Thems that crawl or thems that are really short, I agree. They're kind of a pain in the neck. Because, well, in this game, you want to aim for their heads. Not these guys.
No. There's no damage modeling in this game.
Well, yes, there is, because you can get a critical headshot and one-shot the
No, you
medium
can't.
infantry.
You cannot get a critical headshot.
Well, how? Well, what do you call blowing the head off the medium infantry in one hit?
That's not a thing that actually happens, Cloud.
So the enemy is registered as dead. Is it because his health went to 0 or because you blew his goddamn head off?
Nah, his health went to 0.
So it really doesn't matter where you shoot them. You could just.
It doesn't
Okay.
actually. It's one of the big. It's one of the big things that you can take advantage of against one of the bosses later on. Actually, is the fact that you don't even really need to be on screen in order to hurt him.
You just have to hit the pinky toe, and he will
here
go
is
down.
the mini boss for Area 2. This strong heavy infantry. There we
Hasta
go.
la vista, baby.
And that is why we were saving our bullets, so we could just sit on him with the chain gun.
Dun, dun, dun. Armor shards. So we're putting together pieces of our armor. We have.
Kind of, sorta. The armor shard specifically will give you two additional armor, and can knock you over the maximum of 100 armor if you ever manage to happen to have 100 armor.
Private, did you bring enough Gorilla Glue? Sir, yes, sir. All right, apply the Gorilla Glue in each of these armor shards to your armor in order to max out. Sir, yes, sir.
Mind you, we don't actually need to hit this button because with one jumping, yeah, we can just cross that gap without the platforms. It's very
Were we
nice.
not supposed to know that?
I don't know. It's a thing that you can do. So, and yes, this is the end of Unit 2.
Rewards for learning. Beautiful.
And in the next episode, we will start Unit 3, the jail.
Ah, man. We're in a jail.
We don't actually get to see the struggle. It just goes train explode.
Nobody told me this was a jail cell manufacturing plant.
Acquired. Personnel located. Exiting warehouse area.
Find anyone who salutes.
Jail area. Destroy security grid protecting industrial region.
Be safe, everybody.